Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Petey.
I'm Aunt Becky. I'm Tracy.
I'm Grandpa.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see ya. We are dealing with a little cooler than normal temperatures, which is fine. We'll deal with it. As you guys know, we have a few hundred egg layers here on the farm, and they're pretty popular, but we're moving them from their smaller pen out into this larger one. We've already got the feeders moved over to our new pen. So what we've done is we've connected the old pen with the new one, and we're gonna let the chickens walk themselves over. Because we're moving them to a new area, it can be a little stressful on the chickens, and that will actually affect your egg production. So we're trying to make this process as stress-free as possible. And we might have to move some over later on, but for now, we're gonna let them do their own thing. Most of you guys will know what this is. This is our filter for our drip irrigation system. As we irrigate out of our ponds or the creek, all of the water goes through a filtration system so that it doesn't clog up our drip irrigation. And this is a very, very important tool when it comes to irrigation for us. So what we like to do is make sure we drain it completely and then put it inside out of the weather. And the reason why you want to do that, because if that thing freezes, it will crack like an egg, and we definitely don't want that to happen. Where's the new baby? Huh, girl? Where's the new baby? There he is, over there. We were wondering where the new calf was. We knew where Mama was, but the calf was just hiding. Good morning, how are you? Well, you don't have a baby, but you want to be treated like one. I know that.
Think there's enough on here till Monday?
I can't see.
I don't think there's enough on here.
Things are going pretty smoothly when it comes to moving the chickens over. Quite a few of them have already moved over and they're enjoying the nests. We are gonna put up one more nest though, and then we'll leave the chickens alone. Just got our last nest into place, and now Petey's showing up. And Petey's a little tired, so we're gonna have to wake him up today.
Yeah, I am tired.
Now, before we got down around back and we were taking care of the animals and other jobs down there, we got the farm market all set up. And then after we got finished with the animals, we loaded a bunch of pallets onto the wagon. So we've got pallets and bins loaded up onto the wagon. We're heading out to the field. Sounds like we're picking today. It is definitely cabbage weather today, and that's a good thing because we're looking to harvest 5 bins. We have 3 bins of cabbage ordered, and then we also need some for the farm market. Fortunately for us, our cabbage looks really, really nice. The cabbages that we haven't harvested yet look great. And while it's kind of obvious to tell where we've already harvested, because you reach a point and there's just no more cabbage, which is okay with us because we like a nice, clean, thorough harvest. Well, now that we're all out here to the field, we know what we need to harvest, we're gonna get started. Not much changes when it comes to harvesting cabbage. You've seen us do it a few times. The only difference is sometimes we're looking for larger heads, sometimes we're looking for smaller heads. Now today on the farm, we're looking for a mixture of large and small heads. Basically, we're taking anything we can find.
79.
Wow, this is a large head of cabbage. That's a big boy. Right here, this is why spacing is so important when you're planting your cabbage. A big issue a lot of home gardeners have is that they don't have a lot of room, so they try and cram a lot of stuff into their gardens. And yes, it is nice to have a good variety, but if you cram a lot of stuff in there, it doesn't give any room for stuff to grow. Now here we plant our cabbages 15 inches apart, and that gives them enough room to develop a good root structure and grow a nice head. And I think it's a little easy for me to just say, you know, space everything out, because I have 80 acres of vegetables to deal with. But if I only had a garden, I could understand trying to fit everything into a close space. But when you give everything enough room, well, I mean, you reap the benefits because of it. Now, as I mentioned, we plant our cabbages 15 inches apart. If you don't want large cabbage, you could plant them closer together. I wouldn't go any closer than 12 inches. If you get everything too close, there's a chance you could get some disease in there. You always want to make sure there's plenty of room for oxygen to get around your plant. Oh, that's a heavy cabbage. 48. 49.
50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55.
Little problem. What?
There's 59 in there.
That's fine. Wherever you get in it, you get in it.
It's not gonna be the same as that one.
Now, a lot of you like to know the varieties that we raise. Cabbage was a variety that we were really high on this year and we liked, but now we're moving on to Megaton, and that is very fitting because these cabbages are heavy and they're large. Now, our cabbage varieties that we're really proud of this year were our Blue Vantage, our Cabbage, our Megaton, which is what we're harvesting right now, and our Trans Am. Now, the thing about all those cabbages is they're different day varieties. That basically means that it takes longer for some varieties to reach maturity, a nice firm head, than others. Our earliest variety is the Blue Vantage, and then after that would be Cabbage. And then once we're finished with Cabbage, we move on to Megaton, and then lastly, we have Trans Am. Out of all the varieties that we raised this year, I really like the Cabbage, and I also love this Megaton. So some of you might be thinking, why don't you just plant those two varieties? Well, we could do that, but then we would have to do plantings like we do with our sweet corn and with our beans. But because we raise different varieties of cabbage, that allows us to have 4 different plantings, basically seeded and planted at the same time. It saves us quite a bit of money on fuel because we don't have to keep running equipment, and it also saves us a lot of time. Things are going along pretty smoothly here. We've already got 4 bins of cabbage filled. We have our 2 large bins up in the front, and then we have our 4th bin here. This one is sold. Now altogether, we're gonna harvest 5 bins. 3 of the bins are sold, as I had mentioned, 2 large, 1 small. And then for us, we're harvesting 1 large bin and 1 small bin. So we're just trying to finish off this side of the road. We're trying to get all the cabbages that maybe we had missed or they just weren't ready to harvest yet. And that should about be it with all the cabbage that we need. I think we've picked more cabbage this fall than we have the past 3 falls combined. I don't know if it's the weather or what the deal is, but we've had some nice harvests recently. And we have to give a big thank you to Gavin. He showed up to help us. Thank you, Gavin.
You're welcome.
How did taking care of the horses go this morning?
It went flawlessly, no problems.
What about the donkeys?
They're always troublemakers.
Oh my goodness. Hey, while I have everyone here, I just want to remind you of something. We can grow a lot of things on this farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, liking the video helps us out a ton, and we appreciate it. Well, we finished around perfect timing. It's almost lunch, so we gotta get heading home. Some people may have thought that we've never missed lunch before, just by looking at us. But we've missed lunch before, haven't we? One time. Hey, yeah, it is. Oh, it looks like we are having burgers for lunch. We got some veggies over there, and then Grammy also has homemade Jell-O with pears in it. What a deal. Thank you so much, Grammy. We appreciate it. We are all finished with lunch, and for the time being while we're here, we're helping fill some stuff up, and we are moving things around in the cooler to make more room. Is that the last sweet corn of the year?
Yes, it's corn.
So a funny story, after we got finished with lunch, the gentleman who has the 3 bins of cabbage ordered, he called us. He needs 2 more bins, so we're gonna have to pick more cabbage today. But to start off our afternoon, we do need to wash a few potatoes, so we're gonna get started with that. You gotta do what you gotta do. We are back out here in the cabbage fields. We're gonna get 2 more bins harvested. I harvested this head of cabbage and the core is rotting out. I don't know why. And I was gonna slice it in half and look at it, but I wanna show you guys too, so we can all see what it looks like. So, oh, it's not that bad. 2 or 3 cuts, get all that out of there. There we go. If we were making sauerkraut, coleslaw, or basically anything else, that'd be fine because it's only the core. Look at that, that's nice, tight cabbage. Wow. Tastes really good too.
Since the boys are going out to harvest some cabbage, we're gonna show you what we do here in the farm market while they're gone. The most important thing that we do in the farm market is taking care of the customers. Answering the phones, ringing the register, and then if there's nobody in here, then we have lots of other jobs that have to be done. And I'll show you what they are. Now, normally I would be filling up white potatoes because I don't have enough here. But I did ask Matthew yesterday, and he forgot, and Grandpa this morning, and he didn't do it yet. So we're gonna skip the white potatoes and we'll fill up sweet potatoes because we do have those we can fill up. Another thing that I really like to do in the farm market when nobody's here is I have a real thing about onions. I don't like rotten onions. I don't like how they smell. I don't like putting my fingers in them. So I like to go through the onions a couple times a week and get rid of any rotten or soft onions. So that's another job that has to be taken care of in the farm market when nobody's around. So another job is answering the phones. A lot of people call and place orders. So we have a book that we take all our orders. We have to keep track of them. We have to have good communication with the guys in the field, what they have in the field, what they're bringing in, so we make sure all the orders of our customers are taken care of in a timely fashion. So there's lots more that goes on, but I just got some customers, so I have to go. I'll talk to you later.
And there we go. 2 bins with 75 heads in each. This should be the last time we pick cabbage today. Should be. I don't know if there's many of you that have had fresh cabbage raw from the field, but it is delicious and very sweet. So after we got done with harvesting cabbage, we were taking care of a few jobs back here at the farm. I don't know what happened. It just seemed like every tire on the farm decided to get a hole in it. So we fixed the tire on the 130, and now our forklift has a hole in the tire, so we gotta fix that. But now we're getting to the point in the day where it's time to close up. It is now the end of the day, so that means we're gonna start putting stuff away. I've got a little bit of help here, even though sometimes it can be distracting. Come here. You. We are heading up to the house now to see what we're having for dinner. And we picked cabbage today, like a lot of cabbage. Like more cabbage than normal. Yeah, I know. So, hon, what are we having for dinner tonight?
Italian.
Ooh, sounds good. We are now here at the dinner table. Lauren has got chicken Alfredo for dinner, which I like chicken Alfredo. And since we're all here at the dinner table, you know what that means. This is where we're gonna end the video today. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.